Good morning, dear brothers and sisters, and welcome to our program, The Joy of Consecrated Life. During our last edition, we discussed very, very important and pertinent topics, and I did promise you that in the next edition, we're going to unfold many other things which you have been worried about. But today, dear brothers and sisters, it's a very, very special day for the life of the consecrated people, the life of the diocese, and the country at large. Today we are celebrating the World Day of Consecrated Life. And today, in our program, which we already know is the Joy of Consecrated Life. So in this edition, we're going to find out the link between the joy of consecrated life and the celebration of the consecrated life. I promise it's going to be super. As usual, with me in the panel today to discuss this pertinent and joyful event is one you already know, Reverend Father Gaston Ndiche, who is the president of Consecrated People in Boya Diocese. Father is a Claretian missionary and the parish priest of St. Dominic's Parish, Munyenge. Father, you're welcome.
Thank you very much, sister. It's a privilege for me to be here with all of us.
We also have one person whom we already know, we are familiar with, and it's no other person than our musician, the person who brings life in this program. And that person is our own very brother, Brother Cyril Kela. Brother, as I told you in the last edition, belongs to the order of Friar Manuel Capuchin, and he belongs to the Capuchin community in Mile 16. You're welcome, brother.
Thank you, sister.
And we have our own very precious brother and father, Reverend Father Divine Fontaine. Father is the vicar for consecrated persons in Boya Diocese. Father is a Vincentian and he is in Batoke. Father, you are welcome to the program.
Thank you, sister.
I'd like to bring to you one other important person who, for some reasons beyond our control, couldn't join us in this program in the last edition. And today she is with us. She is Sister Caroline Mweni. Sister is a Capuchin sister of St. Francis, and sister works in Mount Mary Hospital. She is the Vice Secretary of the Consecrated People of Boya Diocese. Sister, you are welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, sister.
So we now have a full house, dear brothers and sisters. And before we kick off and go to real business, I want to call on Brother Cyril again to do us some good.
In my heart, the peace of the Lord is in my heart. I will follow you wherever you are. Oh Lord, I am always yours. I will follow you unto the cross. Oh Lord, I am always yours. The peace of the Lord is in my heart. The peace of the Lord is in my heart. I will follow you unto the cross. Oh Lord, I am always yours. I will follow you unto the cross. Oh Lord, I am always yours.
Thank you very much, brother, for that wonderful peace. The peace came timely. The joy of the Lord is always in my heart. The peace of the Lord is always in my heart. No other music would have been better than this, because today is a special day where the consecrated people in Boyard houses are celebrating. Reverend brothers, reverend fathers, reverend sisters, you've just come back from Mass, because today you celebrated the World Day of Consecrated Life at the Coal Cathedral, surrounded by priests, bishops, and lay people. And it was a beautiful celebration. I can see in your eye. That's why brother had to tell us that the joy of the Lord is in their hearts. And you can look at the faces of these consecrated people. You can feel the joy, the peace. Now, we want them to tell us. We want you, fathers and brothers, to tell us more about this joy which you have just celebrated. And we'll go straight to the president, because we give honor to whom honor belongs. And I want to ask you, Father Gaston, can you tell our viewers, what is this whole thing about World Day of Celebration of Consecrated Life or World Day of Religious Life? Please, can we know what this whole thing is all about? Since brother Cyril tells us that the joy of the Lord is your heart, the peace of the Lord. Let's know about this.
Thank you very much, sister, for this pertinent question. I just want to reiterate that when you talk about joy and peace, when they meet, the place is always flaming with love. And like you have said, the whole story of the World Day of this celebration started when Pope John Paul II in 1997 declared this day, so that the Universal Church, who have been celebrating the consecrated persons in the church, in a way it became a world celebration, seeing that this day is kept aside so that the whole church should dwell on praying for the consecrated persons. He, on this day, invited the whole world not only to pray, but to encourage, but to support and stand with the religious consecrated persons in the life they have chosen. As we all know, the consecrated life is a life that we are answering the call of God and responding it in the church and to humanity. And our Pope, see into it that we are becoming very popular and need some special attention, just like any other association in the church. This is when he thought it very wise. And today we have celebrated the 29th day of our of the World Day of Consecrated Life. And you see, as we are out of Mass, the joy was overflowing. The joy was immense. And I want to assure you That the population I saw today means that the Diocese of Boya is celebrating the consecrated persons with one heart and with one soul. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Father. Thank you. You've really proved that it was a beautiful celebration. But I want to turn over to you, Father Divine, who is the vicar for consecrated persons. From observation and what we saw during Mass, it appears that today's celebration was unique. It was celebrated in a special way. Father, please can you tell our viewers what is particular about this year's celebration?
Sister, I thank you for giving us this opportunity to express our joy as far as the celebration of today is concerned. And what we have to note as far as this celebration is concerned is that we are celebrating it in the context of this year of the Jubilee, which is the year of hope. And you could see that light of hope in the eyes of the religious, the lay persons, and the priests that came together to join us with our chief shepherd to celebrate this celebration. But when you look at the liturgical aspect of the celebration, you will notice that we started the celebration from outside the church, where the bishop blessed the candles, handed the candles to the participant, all the Christians that were present, and we went to the church in a procession with the candles. What is the significance of this candle? It signifies light. Consecrated persons are called to be the light of the world. Jesus tells us to be the light of the world. As we are going to church, we declare and we proclaim that we want to be that light of the world. We want Christ to give us His grace so that we can be the light. And as we go to church, we are praying that the universal church should be the light to the world. That is the first thing we can say about that first aspect of the light that we celebrated at the entrance and at the beginning of the celebration. During Mass, you could have also noticed, especially from the bishop's homily, the importance of consecrated life in the church. He even went as far as putting into order and making us to understand the various aspects that we have as far as consecrated life is concerned in the church. The role of consecrated person in the church and the pride of the church to have consecrated people in the church. In other way, we can say that consecrated people are like a flower in the garden, and if there is no flower in the garden, there's no life. The consecrated people are giving life to the church, and we are happy that the Christian community of the Diocese of Buya came out fully, especially the Christian community of the core cathedral, to join us to celebrate this great feast. We thank you very much, sister, and our brothers and sisters who were able to join us for this celebration.
Thank you very much, Father. It's a day of celebration and we continue to celebrate. Dear televiewers, you heard it all. The joy of the consecrated life. Today, the Father has explained that they are celebrating it in the context of the Jubilee of Hope. And remember, it's also in the context of the 75th anniversary of the Diocese of Boya. So the celebration continues. I'm sure after they leave the studio now, they are back to the ceremonial ground to continue the celebration. And I am sure Brother Cyril, who was with the choir at Mass this morning and doing what he knows how to do best, has some other surprise for us. Over to you, brother.
malheur. Vous, mes amis, ne craignez pas, car je suis avec vous. Si le grain de blé tombé en terre refuse de mourir, la moisson de l'espoir des hommes ne pourra jamais fleurir. Vous êtes le blé de la terre. Vous croyez pour faire le pain. Vous êtes de bons grains du Père. Qui mûrit au vent de l'esprit. Vous, mes amis, ne craignez pas, car je suis avec vous. Si le grain de blé tombé en terre refuse de mourir, la moisson de l'espoir des hommes ne pourra jamais fleurir. Si le grain de blé tombé en terre refuse de mourir, la moisson de l'espoir des hommes ne pourra jamais fleurir.
Oops. Consecrated people are a gift to the church. You can agree with me, dear televiewers. Now I understand what happened in Mount Tabor when Peter told Jesus that they should build 3 tents. It's just feel like we should remain in this studio. I'm sure you're feeling the way I'm feeling, dear brothers and sisters. It's been good. Well, day of the celebration of consecrated life. And here we are, having a good taste of what the consecrated people in our diocese are capable of doing. That music went so deep into me. I don't know about you, but I'm sure it's the same. So, dear brothers and sisters, let us celebrate our consecrated people. Let us support them. In one of our editions here, you heard them. They are here because you are there. They are here to serve you. Let's support them. On a day like this, if you did not go to church, look for them in any of their parishes and give them support. Look at these wonderful talents. Look at the beautiful here. Listen to the beautiful music. We could go on and on and on. But I told you, this was a special edition. So we are not in a hurry to leave the studio. We're going to feed you. We're going to feel you until that little daughter of yours, that son of yours, who is thinking that God is calling him or her to answer the call to the consecrated life. I want you to begin to nurture that vocation. I want you to begin to, ask your children. Talk to them. Let them listen to their feeling. Whether they'll find that small little voice, that subtle voice, that little voice calling them to come into my service so that they'll come and experience the joy of consecrated life. It's been a wonderful experience. And the whole of today, we're going to celebrate these our brothers and sisters who have left everything to follow Christ. Now, I want to turn to our Brother Sil, to find out, because I will imagine that a lot of planning had gone into this wonderful celebration that we had today. And as members of the executive in this studio, brother, you will give us an idea what you people had to be able to come out with this beautiful package. Over to you, brother.
Thank you, sister, for this opportunity given us as consecrated persons in the Diocese of Boya to celebrate ourselves today, and we thank the Bishop especially for choosing this day specially for us to celebrate with him. We had, prior to this celebration, had some meetings to organize this day, and that was about 2 months ago when we met. And then we, after our meeting, at the end of our meeting, we formed commissions to be able to take charge of our celebration today. And amongst others, we had the liturgical commission, had the logistics, we had catering, and then we had other commissions as well. So each of these commissions had at the head some of us who were supposed to saying to it that all these different aspects of our celebration, they really come to a success. And I think it's really manifest that we worked hand in glove to make sure that this day is a success. We're here now, but we'll still be going back to the other second part of the celebration. It's ongoing, and that's where you can see other things that religious can do, because there we're going to be showcasing other talents that you will not even imagine that we can have. So you are all invited, if you didn't come for Mass, to join us at the Pastoral Center in the hall there for part 2 of this celebration. Thank you, sisters, and thank you, televiewers. We're waiting for you there.
Thank you very much, brother. You heard that? Did you hear it? We are all invited to the Pastoral Center for the second segment of this celebration. I am going. Immediately I leave the studio, I am going to the Pastoral Center for this celebration, and it promises to be cute. But before we say more, we want to turn to our sister Caroline to tell us more about this planning and give us a tip of what we'll be seeing in this second segment at the Cool Cathedral at the Pastoral Center.
Thank you very much, sister, for this opportunity. I would wish to say that this is a great day for us, especially the consecrated person. We have really finished the Mass, but we are going for the second part of it. The second part of it will have we will eat together, whereby we'll have lunch together with the bishop, lay person, consecrated person, and after that we will have entertainments. As Father Siri said that you may think that the consecrated people cannot dance or do entertainments and all of them. Come and you'll be surprised to see how consecrated people are being talented. How are being talented. They can sing, they can dance, they can do all what you think they cannot do. So we welcome you there to see the second part, how it will be. And I tell you, it will be so great, because many things will come in and you see the joy of consecrated person. And it's an invitation even to invite the young people to come and see how this life is well lived and how this talent can be expressed also in the church. So feel welcome. We wait you for the second part, and we are happy, especially now we have finished Mass, so the second part will take place very well. Thank you, and all are welcome.
Thank you, Sister Caroline. You know, you get me excited as the program is going. I can't wait to stop. Even though I promise that, we're not in a hurry to leave this studio, but I think we should hurry and leave, because we need to go down to the Pastoral Center and see what these men and women are capable of doing. You heard Sister Caroline say it. They're going to be dances. I don't know whether you've seen a Reverend Sister dance before. And Sister did not mention all, because I heard in passing that there was going to be fashion parade. I can't wait to see a Reverend Sister in a dress outside the Abbey. I can't see a priest in a dress. Well, they wear this thing, but how it will look like when they want to do fashion parade. It promises to be really, really exciting. But something very important here. The invitation has been sent to young people to come over and see how these consecrated people are performing. Maybe through there you will touch. The vocation can come from any parts, dear brothers and sisters. I can't wait to be at the Pastoral Center. But before we go on, I watched something yesterday which I'm not very, very sure, and I want any of are members of the panel to answer me this question. Yesterday, I saw something which maybe I was not sure. It's like I saw the consecrated people doing sports, whether they were playing ball or some kind of match. Please, can any of you explain what we're trying to see? I wasn't there, but I saw something along the road or somewhere. Maybe I'm not correct. Can you clear my doubts? Any of you?
Yes, sister. Just like you have said, yesterday was a wonderful encounter between the consecrated persons and our Christians, the CWA and the CME. It was a wonderful invitation that came up instantly, and we promise that we as consecrated persons should also engage in some sports making. When we invited our mothers of the CWA, they told us that they are going to bring those our sisters who always make us say they cannot jump. Our sisters too, through me, also told them that it's not only about putting on the habit that they cannot play. And there was already that tension that was climbing. And you know who are the CWA in the church. They are the mothers of the church, and they have to defend their titles. And the consecrated persons, the reverend sisters also said that they are those who are like the Maggie that bring joy into the life of the church, and they said they cannot allow their flag to be turned down. And so that match was a come and see. I saw the goalkeeper running out of a ring to make sure the ball cannot pass. I see the changes were done in and out of season, and the ball was handball, football at the same time, volleyball. It was not easy. It was a distractive moment. It was very, very entertaining because the sisters won and the CWA carried the day. You can understand. So that you should know that everybody played and all of us won. As far as the Reverend Fathers, Reverend Brothers, and with the encounter with the CMA, it was, it has never been easy to play football with your uncle, because he always remind you that if you don't allow me to win you, your next year of school is not that short. And so the CMA stood their grounds, and it was a tight match because we now have young CMA in the church, just like we have young consecrated persons like I and so many of the Presbyterian that we have in the Diocese of Boya. So the match lasted with a lot of tension, a lot of joy, and we had a draw. That draw was because the CMA had to import their young consecrated members, their young professed members who are just new, and they are very energetic, and they had to stood high with us to make sure that it is not the same like the same like that of the women. So after that, we went to other things. We had high jump, we had egg race, we had back race. It was so wonderful. I thought it was 1 hour, 2 hours something, but 4 hours passed just like a minute. And so we want to tidy up some of these things in the years to come, that it will not only be activities getting up to the celebration of the consecrated person in the Diocese of Boya and beyond, but an ongoing something. And like we said, the youths, we are inviting them in some of these activities. Though we are already present in so many parishes, in all of the parishes of the Diocese of Boya, but this time around, we want to make a comma to dwell down with the youths. We know what we are doing. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sister.
Okay, thank you very much, brother. You see, I am carried away. I'm so confused, but when father was making his presentation, he said everybody won. No, don't miss the next edition. I'm going to bring you the exact scores. I purposely leave that so that I keep you hanging. In the next edition, you will hear exactly who won who did what, who played what and won what. So in the next edition, stay put on your TV screen, and it's a promise, it's a guarantee, you're going to see exactly. And if not, why? We're going to bring you footages of what actually conspired. But remember, today we're struggling to go back to go and continue with the celebration. And with all that beautiful explanation, we want to have a musical break. Over to you, brother.
Take my life, oh Lord my God, and make it wholly thine. Take all my life, I give myself to you. I come to do your will. I come with all my heart. Make me to be like you. Make me faithful till death. Make me to be like you. Make me faithful till death. Let he who wants to follow me take up his cross each day. Sell all you have, then come and follow me. I come to do your will. I come with all my heart. Make me to be like you. Make me faithful till then. Make me to be like you. Make me faithful till then. I count on you, my dear friends, to be a leading torch. Dispel the darkness, lead all men to my light. I come to do your will. I come with all my heart. Make me to be like you. Make me faithful till death. Make me to be like you. Make me faithful till death. I came to lay down my life for love of you, my friends. I came to serve you, not to ride over you. I come to do your will. I come with all my heart. Make me to be like you. Make me faithful till death. Make me to be like you. Make me faithful till death.
Lord, make me to be like you. Lord, make me faithful to the end. That is consecrated persons for you. Thank you, brothers and sisters. Thank you for the wonderful peace. Father Gaston, I am told that some time ago, recently, they had a national celebration of consecrated persons, where consecrated persons came from all the dioceses in Cameroon, converged in Yaoundé for the celebration. And I just want to find out, what was this all about? Is that how every year people have to go at a central place, or was this just this year? And if it's just this year, why?
Thank you very much, sister, for this another opening. Like you see, it is not a usual way of doing things, but this year that the Pope have declared it a year of Jubilee, and I've given the consecrated persons a place of celebration. This celebration was decided at the national level to start this Jubilee year, the celebration of consecrated persons at the level of the national level. Then it is going to go to the provincial level and to the diocesan level. And that is why this year, instead of us celebrating normally at the provincial level on the 2nd of February, the national level took it off so that it gives the space, it gives the corridor. And that is why all the consecrated persons in Cameroon had to meet in Yaoundé on the 29th of January to the 2nd of February. It was a 3-day tight celebration where the first day was welcoming of all delegates, and the second day we had a pilgrimage, and the third day we had the peak celebration. It was wonderful. At the center of Yaoundé and Voli, where we saw the church full of consecrated persons. At times we look at it in a small number, but at the level of at the level of this national level, we saw how many we could be. It drew people from very far and very near. And one thing, when Archbishop Ambassa, who is also a bishop and of CECM, is a consecrated person, we should know that we are not only ending at the level of priests, reverend brothers and sisters, we also have bishop among us, and that's a clear example. He encouraged us like a brother. He told us to stand firm, and that even if at times it's not going, we should know that Christ is our center point of concern. And during the Mass, we had to celebrate some of us who have stayed in this life for over 15 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 45 years, and 50 years. They were given certificates of honor. It is wonderful for the Pope giving us this opportunity to celebrate our lives and inviting the whole church, saying from 1997, when Pope John Paul II gave that opening that we should be celebrated. It's a wonderful thing that at the level of the national level, it was celebrated, and we in the Diocese of Buea are celebrating it. After it, we are going to go to the provincial level where we are going to conclude the celebration. Since I think that this year is a Jubilee year and things are not going the way we have been thinking, but things are going the way God has planned. God has made things to happen so extraordinary in our lives. And a year of Jubilee is an additional year. It's an injury year for us to know that God loves us more than everything on this earth. I know that this life that we have chosen is a life that we are giving it back to God 100-fold, because at the time of creation He asked not of our permission, but now that He wants us, there is no condition. That is why we are tied with vows of chastity, obedience, and poverty. When you are tied with these vows, it's like an offering that you give to God. You give it and you want to give it again, you want to give it again, as you are not giving enough, you want to give it all the time, all the second. That is why during Mass today, we also saw people who are celebrating this life in the Diocese of Buea who have clocked 40 and above. Is what humility. We thank you very much for this opportunity, and we know that we are going to be giving other openings for this celebration. Thank you.
Thank you, Father. Sister Caroline, You are the vice secretary. So after your diocesan celebration today, what are your plans? How do you intend to prepare to go for the provincial celebration? Because I heard Father say you have a provincial celebration. Did I hear you right? So you are a member of the executive. So how do you plan? Are you sending executive, or are you expecting every consecrated person to move over to Bamenda or wherever you are celebrating it in the province?
Yes, we are planning to hold meetings whereby we will come up with the plans on how it will be celebrated. Because like now, after we finish this celebration, as executives of we are presenting our consecrated person, we will have a meeting whereby we will sit down and plan and to see, because we want it to be also an extraordinary, like the way Father Gaston said that this year is a year of Jubilee, and we need things to be put in order and to be put well. So we will have meetings whereby we will involve different people who will give us more input, whereby we will have to arrange things in order and put. For now, we are trying to see how it will be, and then we'll come out with plans whereby our president will also dispose it to the people, and people will know what will happen, and will also publish it, and the whole church will know, because everybody will be invited, because it is under the level which will be high. And as I talk now, it is in our plan. So soon we'll update everybody. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sister. And we are hoping that after your celebration, as you say, you're going to plan how you move to Bamenda, because it's a provincial celebration and Boya Diocese is part of the province. So we are hoping that we will be able to follow our consecrated persons along. As you say, we just heard Father explaining that this celebration is done in the context of the Jubilee year of hope. So the consecrated people are taking it serious, because it's actually dedicated to them. They've gone to the national, today they've done the diocese, and they are planning how to go to the province. So dear viewers, just joining us in the studio is another member of the diocesan executive of consecrated persons. We have with us here Sister Relindis, sir. Sister Relindis belongs to the congregation of Sisters of Christ. Sister Relindis is the director or matron of the Regina Pacis Hospital in Mutengene, and Sister Relindis is the treasurer of this association. Sister has just come on time, just at the time when we needed her in this program. Sister Relindis, you're welcome.
Thank you, sister.
So, Sister Relindis, now that you've just joined us, because we're expecting you, we had left this question for you, which you would tell our viewers. We've heard so much about the celebration today. They have explained to us the plans you had, and what you did before, now, and what you will do after. As we gradually draw close to this celebration, we heard that the bishop was the chief celebrant of this celebration, that the lay people were there, the young and the old, that you have received so much support. I want you, sister, in your capacity as the treasurer, the person who deals with that tainted thing, which is very, very useful and can cause trouble, to tell the bishop, the priest, the religious, and all other people how the consecrated people feel about the support which they have been receiving, and especially this celebration. Thank you, sister, for coming. Over to you.
Thank you, sister, and thank you for giving me that opportunity. My observation of this day has been very, very impressive. Yes, as you rightly say, I would like to thank the chief shepherd for giving us this opportunity and for being with us. And I would also like to thank our Christians, our young people who have joined us in this celebration. They have made it very colorful, and it has also been an opportunity for us all to learn a bit more about our life and the way we live our consecrated life. And to add to what my brothers have said, it's a life of self-giving and prayers. I mean, before we began, we made up a program, and if you look at our program, we allocated days, different days, in order to come up to this day and to the end of this day. So we organize ourselves in such a way that we're able to, before we come to this celebration, we're able to prepare ourselves also spiritually. And that's why on a Saturday, we had a day of recollection in order to deepen our call, in order to understand the meaning of our call. We know that life is a daily struggle, and we need to renew ourselves all the time. And that is one of the outstanding things that happened during the Mass, where we were called to renew our vows to the Lord. You know, it is never an easy task to carry. To give yourself totally to God, it demands is very demanding, and it has a lot of challenges on the way. It's true. That's why, although it's a consecrated, if we have, as we said, it's a day of joy. It's a day of joy, but that joy entails so many things. It entails the time that we are low. It entails the time that we are high in our spirit. So it comes together. But knowing that we are focused on following Christ and His examples in the church, we carry that cross joyfully. We carry it joyfully, and we are very thankful for you all who have been with us here to support us, because without you, we cannot be that example, we cannot be that light. You also evangelize us, and we evangelize you. So we thank all our Christians who have been with us. We thank our parents, we thank our chief shepherds, we thank ourselves too for answering this call and for devoting this day with all the preparations that we have made. We thank ourselves, and we pray that we continue in that spirit. And we also pray for those who would like to be Christians, who would like to join the religious life. We pray that at least 2 or 3 young people should go back today with something burning in their heart, with a burning zeal to join us, any of us here, whether you are in which congregation. The call is to follow Christ and to focus on Christ. So thank you, sister, for this opportunity, and I thank all our brothers who have participated today, and our sisters, everybody. Thank you very, very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sister Lindis. When I was introducing her, I told her she was just the right person who came in at the right time to give the vote of thanks, because she knows exactly how much is coming from your donations. Please keep donating, keep answering the call to the religious life. So, dear brothers and sisters, we have come to the end of this program, of this edition. But this is not the end. As I said before, as the weeks are coming, more interesting packages are unfolding. That's why you will dare not miss any of the editions of this our program. Thank you all for being there. Thank you for joining the consecrated people to celebrate their life. Thank you for your encouragement. Thank you for your support. In our next edition, as I promised, we're going to unfold many other things to you. We're going to learn more about what this whole thing, how Consecrated Life actually started. Who are those who founded it? How you listen to the voice of God and know whether they are calling you to belong to consecrated, contemplative, or not. All that the experts here will explain to you. But for now, we have come to the end of this edition, and as usual, we'll leave you with a beautiful peace and look forward to being with you in our next edition. Thank you for always being there. God bless you.
Je veux te te louer, ô Père Saint. Saint-Esprit, viens et remplir ma vie. Je veux t'adorer, ô Père Saint. Saint-Esprit, viens et remplir ma vie. J'ai tout quitté pour te servir. Saint-Esprit, viens et remplir ma vie. J'ai tout quitté pour te servir. Saint-Esprit, viens et remplir ma vie. Je veux te adorer, ô Jésus-Christ. Saint-Esprit, viens et remplir ma vie. Je veux t'adorer, ô Jésus-Christ. Saint-Esprit, viens et remplir ma vie. J'ai tout quitté pour te servir. Saint-Esprit, viens et remplir ma vie. J'ai tout quitté pour te servir. Saint-Esprit, viens et remplir ma vie.